Did you know that Black American
Males are 6 times. 1 in 3 black men born today can expect to go to prison in their lifetime, compared to just 1 in 17 white men. This shocking fact reveals a hidden truth about racial injustice in the criminal justice system. But racism in our justice system isn't always obvious. It's often subtle and structural, stacking the odds against minorities from arrest to sentencing. For example, racial minorities, especially Black and Latino communities, face disproportionate arrests and convictions due to practices like racial profiling and stop-and-search tactics. These tactics often target neighborhoods with predominantly minority populations, creating a cycle of surveillance and criminalization that is hard to escape. Research shows that Black and Latino defendants often receive harsher sentences than white defendants for similar crimes, including longer prison terms and a higher likelihood of incarceration. Black offenders serve longer sentences for drug offenses and face higher trial penalties than whites. But it's not just race alone. Poverty, poor housing, and limited access to quality legal representation worsen outcomes for minorities, creating a two-tiered justice system, one for the wealthy and white, and another for poor minorities. The racial bias extends further. Black defendants who victimize white victims receive more severe sentences, highlighting deep-rooted prejudice in sentencing decisions. Even jury selection processes can be biased, with minorities often excluded from juries, which affects trial outcomes and perpetuates injustice. Consider the story of a young Black man wrongfully arrested and held in pretrial detention for months. Despite evidence proving his innocence, he faced harsher treatment and a longer sentence than a white defendant would have. His story is not unique. It's a painful example of how hidden racism permeates the system. Many such cases go unnoticed, their victims forgotten by society. Beyond individual cases, the impact of this systemic racism ripples through entire communities. Families are torn apart, economic opportunities diminish, and trust in law enforcement and the judicial system erodes. This mistrust leads to a vicious cycle where communities feel alienated and less likely to cooperate with authorities, which in turn fuels further injustice. The media also plays a role in shaping public perception, often portraying minorities in a negative light, which reinforces stereotypes and biases within the justice system and the broader society. We must educate ourselves, share these truths, and support organizations fighting racial injustice in the criminal justice system, advocating for reforms such as unbiased policing, fair sentencing laws, better legal representation for the poor, and transparent judicial processes is essential.